It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The New York set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Powell on the catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What's the deal, y'all?
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fielded at the 20. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Completes it to Powell.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Open is Powell. That's complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Play fake, Mayfield.
Complete, Jefferson the target. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Gay's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jones on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield on play action.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Azeez Ojulari.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Operating from the gun, Jones, flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this fourth down call.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Giants.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Jones now. Throwing on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 38, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Rock and roll, baby. Keep our poise. Let's get it done. I got my partner rolled out for you.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Now, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Justin Ellis.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield off the play fake.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield.
Pass caught. It's Ben Skoranek.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
Shifts by him and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown!
Cam Akers.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Dancing to his left.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Barkley, inside handoff, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
On the give, this is Akers.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They go play action. Mayfield.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Powell from 8 yards out.
And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jones.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, open man is Galladay, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. James has got it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And down he'll go at the 25.
51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.